Hello, welcome to Cardminds. Thank you for stopping by. This is going to be a Capricorn weekly money and career reading from November 7th to the 13th, 2022. Capricorn, welcome, welcome. Let's see what messages we have for the upcoming week, November 7th to the 13th, money and career for the sign of Capricorn. Ooh, Ace of Cups. Beautiful, Capricorn. An offer to work on a project, on a creative project, or an offer to work with a team or a company or a platform where you can express your talent, your creativity, and finding joy, finding excitement in this offer or in this space of creativity. Page of Wands. You are excited, focused and excited. You can be working with younger people on a platform or in a company or in a situation. Three of Swords. The Tower. All right, let's see what this is all about. Realizing there's a situation or there is the understanding, whatever happened, Capricorn, whether it can be the loss of a job, doesn't have to be, or the disappointment in a certain situation where you thought something was going to happen and it didn't, it was promised, wasn't delivered, or people didn't have your back or something like that in a situation. Will be different for everyone. This Three of Swords, disappointment or hurtful situation within your career, your job, is making you understand that you have to do things differently. It's that aha moment that puts everything in perspective and you put everything down and you just realize that it's time to make decisions, to do things differently, go in a different direction, find a new job. But here you have this. So either, yes, it feels like you have this new opportunity to express your talent or your knowledge, right? And it makes you happy. Yes, there's money coming in. So there's an offer here. Let me just pull this up a little bit. There's an offer here. Apologies. It's dark. It's a very early morning. So welcome to this very early morning reading. So that's why it's a little dark. Apologies for the light. But you're realizing that this is the moment, right, where you have to shift. You have to change your options. 3 pages, all new energies, new determination, new ambition, new excitement on a new idea. Probably it can be a new team, it can be a new business, it can be a new job. There's money coming in. You've manifested money. There's money coming in. So there's an offer to either develop a creative project to be able to express your talent if you're an artist, to work with a team on a project, or to be able to develop your artistic project, whatever that is, right? If you're a designer, a singer, a dancer, an architect, a writer, a painter, whatever, a stylist, it's you realizing that it's the moment for you to develop your own talent, for you to put yourself out there and show the world who you are. Now, it seems creative, but it doesn't have to be. No matter what it is, it can be a new job, a new business, developing your own project. It seems it can be that where you maybe you were working in a job and that didn't pan out and you were disappointed, and now you want to develop your own thing, your own Etsy shop or your own business. And develop your own power and your own creativity. And maybe you are creating objects or creating art or creating something, right? And you want to own your own business and do your own thing. It's young, it's new ideas, new money, all about pages, budding idea, budding business, budding project. But you can also be working with younger people. It doesn't have to be your own, right? You can be starting in a startup, in a new project, in a new business, in a new company, it feels like a younger vibe, but you're focused. You're clear on your objectives. You understand now that this whole debacle here shifted you in a different mindset and that you have to do things differently. Your approach is different. Yes, leaving all that behind. Exactly. Moving on. And I never say that lightly, right? I never say that lightly, because this, moment is a moment of transition, but also a moment of clarity, right? Realizing what's important for you, the moves that are important for you in your life, not other people's life. Moving away from something from the past. Are you going back to something, Capricorn? Queen of Cups, Eight of Wands. You're moving forward. So it's action forward, swift action forward. So either you're going back to something, you're leaving either a job, leaving a career, creating your own business, creating your own project, or going to a space where you can express your creativity, express your knowledge, feel free, sense of freedom of creativity, where people will listen to you and give you the opportunity to show your talent, to develop your talent. Are you nostalgic of that old place you used to work with, or nostalgic of those people, that team, that company that you really enjoyed working with? Seems like you're nostalgic of something, but maybe it's also, and this Six of Cups keeps coming up. Every single reading, this Six of Cups is coming up. And I think that it's also all these energies, right? The chaotic world, the chaotic day-to-day life where we try to figure things out and make things happen, right? Or try to understand something. And as we transition, or as we try to adapt with whatever it is out there, we have to make do with whatever's out there. We have the nostalgia of the old times, nostalgia of our old life, nostalgia of our old job, or nostalgia of a bit of stability, right? That balance and stability that we want so much, and all that inner child. How can I say, those little, triggers of, even if it's when we were very young, just resurface as we manage and transition through these energies. These are triggers that we've had from childhood. And it's that, these insecurities that resurface every time we have big decisions, or every time we realize that we have to shift and we have to, choose a different route, choose a different direction. But you're doing this, Capricorn, and here you have the Ace of Cups, and it's swift action. I think that maybe it can be sudden, yes. Five of Swords seems like it's sudden. It can be unexpected, doesn't have to be, because for me the Tower is much more an understanding of where we stand, and an understanding of what we have to do and how we have to change, much more than a sudden unexpected, right? Or something happens, maybe unexpected, but it doesn't have to be a big thing. It's a vibe, or maybe something someone says or does, or something you see, or just that vibe you have, where it's time to shift, and it's time to make a decision and do things differently, right? And move out of this situation here that seems chaotic, that seems conflictual. So it can be in a job where you're not seeing eye to eye with your coworkers, with the staff, with the management, with the business, right? And it's a bit of a deception. But you have money coming in. So there's clearly an offer there. Either an offer to develop your idea, either an offer in a company, in a job to develop a project. It seems creative, doesn't have to be, but you're clear. You're clear on your objectives. I like that. You're focused. Yes, it's reality. It's the reality of the time, right? Capricorn, we're all in these transitions, constant doubts and reflections and reality checks every day of things we didn't expect, of things that are unbalanced, of people that don't have your back, or people that are unethical, or, or just not doing much on the job, right? And there's a lot of that going on, and people that just don't show up. And it's a lot of deception, and it's a lot of adapting to new, and making it work as best you can for you. Yes, there you go. Finding your journey, adapting to new, finding your vibe, understanding what is important for you, what you want, what you're made of, not what other people want you to do, not what other people's opinions are. And I think that's a little bit that here in this situation. It doesn't have to be, but it's the way it feels in this situation where, everybody has an opinion. Everybody's telling it like it is. They know, but they don't really show up, right? Yeah. It's that patience. Take a step back, right? And just realize that it's all about you, your journey. And the hermit is the reflection of oneself, digging deep, profoundly to understand what we're made of, and to understand what we can make, what we can build, and what's important for us. What's our end goal here, right? And here you are in a transition period where it's a moment of assessing what you've done so far. Take a step back, and pat yourself on the back for everything you've done up to now. All the experiences, all the energy you put in the job, all the people you connected with, all the beautiful experiences you had. Take a step back to see how you feel on your journey and assess, right? With this hangman. The hangman is all about leaving room, opening up to new energies, opening up to something different, and not push in that same direction that's just not working, or that's not serving you, right? So if you keep hoping that this is going to change, for example, you're in a job and it's not great, right? You're there, you're paid, fine, but it's not serving you, and it's difficult to work with these people or this team or this energy, right? But you keep pushing because you've been there for a while, and things will change. It's just a bad phase, and things will get better. Just have to push through this. But if you keep pushing and the shoe just doesn't fit anymore, again, the analogy of the round peg in that square hole where it's just not happening, and every day is a conflict, then surrender to the opportunity to pause, right? And view it as a chance to reassess and evaluate where you stand, and reflect on who you are, what it is you want to build, what is it you want in your life, in your career, on your path, and what the next step is going to be. And you have this Ace of Cups, this offer, and the Page of Pentacles, this money coming in, or the opportunity to finance something, or the opportunity to build your own thing, or to work with another, company or platform to develop something. That's the way it feels, right? So evaluate where you are on your path. And it's new. This is new. It's emerging. And you're not going to be able to open up to something new if you keep pushing in this situation here. And of course, yes, if it pays the bills. Yes, I'm not saying just leave because something is going to pop in if everything's fine at your job, right? Or everything's sort of okay. No, and you probably wouldn't be coming here to listen to these readings, right? It's you allowing the time and space to reflect on yourself, to remember how amazing you are and the talent you have and the experience you have and what you can bring to the table and how you can build upon that, make your choices upon that, right? Dig deep, but dig deep to thoroughly understand what your objectives are and how you can shift things. And that is going to push you in a situation that's going to be different, probably different than what you expected. But take time out of your routine to connect with new ways of seeing, new ways of thinking, different options, different people, different objectives, maybe a different career opportunity, or a different job, right? And if you're not looking for a job and things are sort of rocky, right? Go out and see what's happening, right? That doesn't hurt to go see what the options are, especially in these times where things are not easy, right? It's different. This is different. So, it's new, and don't resist, just accept and let go of any nostalgia you have of wanting to go back to what you had before, because I mean, unless you're going back to a company, right, that you really enjoyed working with, or a platform, or a team, a business, right, or people that you really enjoyed working with. You can be doing that, but it seems like you're leaving something behind, and but you're stabilizing your energy. You're stabilizing your energy. All right, let's see. Let's see if there are a few more cards that want to come out. Capricorn, weekly. Yes, you're creating. Yeah, so it feels like you want to go on your own path to create. Look at all these major arcana, 3 in a row. It feels like you want to create your own thing. Yes, wow, 4 in a row. Rising up, big 5 in a row. End of cycle. I bet it doesn't get clearer than that. Digging deep to figure yourself out, what your next options are, what you want to do, what you want to build. Take a step back to really assess where you stand on your career, on your path, on what your objectives are, and really on what you've accomplished so far, and what it is you want to create now. Understanding yourself, understanding the situation, and making a big decision to rise up to more knowledge, to rise up to something more important for you that makes more sense to you. End of cycle. End of cycle, beginning of the next. Ace of Cups. Very, very clear. I might even leave it at that. It's very clear. So if you're reaching new understanding that you need a change, or understanding that these energies are changing, then it's time to shift. Time to see things differently. All right, let's see if there's one last message for the road. Yes, there you go, the Emperor. So you're in control. Can be dealing with an Aries, right? Doesn't have to be, but you're in control. You're back in control, Capricorn. You know. But it does take a minute, and yes, it takes a moment to understand that it's time, even if we're not ready, right? That it's time to get into energies that serve you, but it's not easy to understand, and it's not easy to find, especially, I'm not saying anything is simple, right? But if you've worked on shifting, if you've worked on trying to find another job, or if you've worked on shifting your career, developing your own project, developing your own talent, your own whatever, your artistic talent, or your project, your object you're making, your art you're putting out there, however that resonates for you. And it doesn't have to be artistic. This is really just about you having a clear vision of what you want. And once you have a clear vision, you do have a clear vision. Once you reflect and understand and assess and do all the, it's really about doing that homework, that soul work, to understand how you can push forward in a different way. Once you're clear on what you want, then conflicts don't scare you anymore, right? And then you even if you prefer to have the final say, Capricorn, and you're not going to hesitate to push your power to protect yourself and your loved ones, and you're still fragile, right? Inside you have that inner child, that inner that inner fragility, you understand that outside it's important to be powerful. And then you might be taking on a leadership role, right? Don't let anybody put you down, right? Don't let anybody tell you you can't do something or you're not worth it, right? It's important to impose your power. And I think that once you move forward and in what is clear for you and your objectives and what you create, then you're mapping out, right? You're almost like creating calm after chaos, settling down, mapping out solutions to solve problems, right? You've gained a lot of wisdom. This is making you gain a lot of wisdom and experience. And now I think that you're going to be able to enjoy expressing your art or guiding others or being there for others, and just enjoying finally a path that resembles you. Beautiful reading, Capricorn. Beautiful, beautiful reading. Power through, Capricorn. Power through. I hope you enjoyed this reading as much as I did. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to each and everyone for supporting this channel, for liking, for sharing. Please share your journeys down below. Share your energies. That is how I find my energies to push forward in these readings. And if you don't want to share your journey, which I completely understand, I know I repeat this every time, but it's important. Not everybody wants to share their life on these platforms. Just put a heart down below or a sign down below. Let me know you connected with these energies. Thank you so much for watching. And if you just stumbled upon this channel and enjoyed this reading, please subscribe and hit the bell if you haven't yet. Have a great week, Capricorn. Take care. Bye-bye.